afternoon. Welcome to Wilderspool for today's Stones Bitter Championship game against Oldham. Today's match sponsor is RTZ Metals Stockholders Limited. All teams out on the field. Warrington team, this is how they line up today. Number 1 Lyon, 2 Drummond, 3 Blake, 4 Thornley, 5 Forster, 6 Woods, 7 Turner, 8 Roach, 9 Tamati, 10 Humphreys, 11 Gregory, 12 Davidson, 13 Duane. Substitutes this afternoon for the wire: 14 McGinty, number 15 Sanderson. So Oldham line up: number 1 Round, 2 Meadows, 3 Henderson, 4 Hawkyard, 5 McAllister, 6 O'Sullivan, 7 Taylor, 8 Clawson, 9 Ruane, 10 Bardsley, 11 Sherratt, 12 Casey, number 13 Morrison. Substitutes this afternoon for Oldham: number 14 Nadiole, number 15 Furbank. Referee for this afternoon's games, Mr. John Holsworth from Kipax. Paul Taylor wins the toss for Oldham. Looks like they're going to have the best of 3. Gregory just tossing the coin again. Both teams decide to switch ends. Warrington will be playing towards the scoreboard end, from right to left as we look. Good following from Oldham here this afternoon. Plenty of red and white being picked out in the crowd. Very muggy day here in Warrington. I know Oldham were out on the field about 10 minutes before the kick-off, just doing the limbering up exercises. Keep warm. It's not too bad at the moment. I'm sure it can go very cold as the second half progresses. So it'll be Charlie McAllister to get this game underway. John Holsworth blows time on. McAllister puts the kick deep. Picked up by Duane. His first run, driving towards the 25, but he's being forced back. Good solid challenge from Casey and Taylor. Tamati in a hurry to get on. Davidson comes inside, he's looking around for support. Davidson again drives over to another 25. Stray hand goes in from Paul Taylor. These two players met before in the Sydney League. Tamati again, an acting halfback. Now Steve Roach. He runs into the Oldham forwards. And 6 tackles coming up. Warrington still trapped in their own half of the field. Again, Tamati. Looking for the quick play of the ball, but Roach plays it to himself. Ball back to John Woods. Comes off an Oldham player, so Colin Hawkyard. Ball rolls into touch, just short of halfway. First scrum of the game. Rocky Turner to feed, just on halfway. Warrington pack having difficulty getting down at the moment. Turner feeds as a heel against the head, and Turner's penalised. Offside as the ball came out the scrum. McAllister with a line kick. Finds touch just on the wire, 25. So early pressure for Warrington. Wayne restarts to Taylor. Short ball inside to Sherratt. Puts his shoulder down. Tackle from Mike Gregory, playing with stitches in the facial wound he received in the British Coal Nines on Wednesday night. Now Morrison. Tackle just about 12 yards out from the Warrington line. Ruane, an acting halfback, to Taylor, centre field. Chris O'Sullivan. Paul Round coming up, joining the attack. Big bulky player in the Mick Burke mould. Formerly second row forward. Eric Fitzsimons decided to play him out in the backs this season. McAllister puts the chip over the top. And finally the ball knocked out of play by David Lyon. With good early pressure from Oldham. Important for Warrington just to weather this early spell. Work to the game plan, take things nice and easy. And Phil Blake restarts. The drop out from under the post. Taylor straight underneath it. Paul Round calls for it, comes out to the left. Bounces off Roach and Davidson. Tamati in with a tackle. Play back just short of Warrington 25. Paul Taylor again. Sherritt stood up in the tackle. And a free kick again to Warrington. Bit of a disagreement between Sherritt and Tamati. Roach called out for the knee in the tackle. Referee Holsworth going to be on top of all these tackles today. So with just 3 minutes of this game gone, a chance for McAllister to put the first points on the board. McAllister wastes no time with his kick. The kick's high. And it's there. So just 3 minutes of the game gone. Oldham take a 2-0 lead, courtesy of the Charlie McAllister penalty. And John Woods restarts. It's the kick deep. Taylor calls for it. More inside to Charlie McAllister. Driving towards the 25, but he's held in a 3-man Warrington tackle. Still stood up in the tackle. Finally goes to ground. Ruane acting halfback. To Sherritt. Driving over the 25. A lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd. Stevenson loosening his arms in the tackle. Now Sullivan tries his way through. Gets a welcome to Wilderspool from Steve Roach. Clausen. Again, Tamati in the tackle with Davidson. Ball's loose. And another disagreement between Tamati and Clausen. Referee Holsworth again, quickly in. Thought he was going to give the penalty to Oldham, as he seemed to have called for the tackle, but the scrum down goes. Taylor wins. Turner's round there quickly. Can't hold it. It's Thornley who picks up. Now Warrington, first attack of the game. Playing it along the line. Woods to Blake. Blake slips the cover. Let's go ball out to Des Drummond. Drummond's going to go in. Well, the first attack of the game from Warrington sees Des Drummond going in for a try. The try coming from the scrum down. It's Paul Taylor who fed for Oldham. The ball came out to him. He just couldn't hold it as Turner came round quickly to make the tackle. Ball picked up by Thornley. He was tackled into the Oldham 25. From the resulting play of the ball, it was played across the line onto Blake. He slipped his challenge. Enabled Drummond to go in the corner. And John Woods puts over the conversion attempt. Takes the score to Warrington 6, Oldham 2. So again, it'll be McAllister to restart. Again, the kick goes deep out to the left. Drummond's underneath it. He takes it well. To run it out for him, his own in goal. Tries to come inside. Puts his head down as he drives towards the 25. Finally taken to ground by Sherritt. Davidson's got Mike Gregory on his shoulder. Gregory takes it up, shows the dummy. Tamati acting halfback onto Steve Roach. A ball out from Roach to Thornley. Thornley's being held. Just about 2 yards in from touch, this commentary side of Wilderspool. This time Turner decides the best policy is the kick. Goes deep, the right-hand side of the field. Brown's coming across to cover. Blake's up there quickly. Now McAllister taking the short ball, tries to drive towards the 25. Warrington up quickly in defence. Sherratt tries his luck, he's getting the works from the Warrington front row. Paul Taylor standing centre field. And again the Warrington tackling strong. Roars of appreciation from the crowd. Bit of a niddly opening spell from both teams. And finally it's Taylor who puts the kick into touch, just in Warrington territory. And the third scrum of the game. Honours are even at the moment. This time it'll be Turner to feed for Warrington. The scrum collapses and Warrington penalised. Handing out to the scrum. And McAllister again with a line kick. Warrington lining out on their own 25, and for the onslaught. Clawson overruns the set-piece move. It's going to be left to Sherratt. Spins out of one challenge. Ruane, an acting halfback, Taylor. And to Morrison. Ruane again to Taylor, the architect of a lot of the older moves this afternoon. Short ball to Casey, he stops dead as his opposite number Davidson comes into the challenge. Now Oldham playing along the line. Paul Rowan tries to come back inside. Ball out to Chris O'Sullivan, look forward. He couldn't hold it, and it'll be Drummond who'll come up with the ball for Warrington. David Lyon tries to drive it away from acting halfback. Davison takes it again, centre field. Flung to the ground though by Casey. Humphreys tries to go for a jaunt. It's run straight. Tamati again, an acting halfback to Phil Blake for the kick. Kick goes out. Again out to the right side. Paul Rowan has plenty of time to gather. And he winds up, he's looking around support, trying to spin out the challenge. Ball goes loose. Referee will bring them back for the scrum down. Warrington using the kicking very well. Not kicking straight at Paul Rowan, making him run across the field to gather the ball. Turner feeds. Referee not happy. And this time Warrington get the free kick. And again a bit of a disagreement between the two packs. So Lyon with the line kick takes play inside the Oldham quarter. Tamati will come up. Roach winds up. Tamati plays the short move to Les Davidson, driving towards the line, and Davidson's in. Well, both Roach and Davidson lining up to take the ball on the burst. Oldham took the dummy, thinking Roach had the ball. The ball instead was swung round out to the right-hand side to Les Davidson. And his strength and height just allowed him to get the ball over the line. Takes the score on to Warrington 10, Oldham 2. Conversion attempt from Woods to come. Kick to the right hand side of the uprights, about 6 yards in. Woods comes up, kicks high, but it's waved away by the touch judges. And the score remains Warrington 10, Oldham 2. Just 12 minutes of this game gone. Puts the kick high. Davidson's out there on the touchline. He takes it. That's to wind up. The Oldham cover having great difficulty putting Les Davidson to ground this afternoon. Mike Gregory standing centre field, tries to come inside. And Tamati at acting half-back. Blocker Roach. Roach playing without a number on his back as Woods tries to chip across. Paul Taylor has it covered though for Oldham. See back inside to Paul Rowan. He had to take it at the second attempt under pressure. Now he loses it. Play back with Warrington. It's David Lyon who picked up. So 6 more tackles to Warrington as Kevin Tamati tries to drive it away from acting half-back. And from the sound of the crowd on the grandstand side, Wilderspool, loose arm goes in the challenge. The touch judge is in on the far side. Mr. Unsworth, but meanwhile referee allows play to go on. Mr. Unsworth gone back to run the line. Ball back to Phil Blake. Puts the kick out towards the right again. Got to beat McAllister to touch. So Phil Blake excelling at his kicking game this afternoon. Meanwhile now Mr. Unsworth makes his report. Is he calling out the Oldham number 11? Ian Sherritt and Steve Roach, together with the 2 captains. Warrington changed the pack formation. Ronnie Duane goes into the second row, allowing Mike Gregory to stay at loose forward as Oldham win the scrum. McAllister scattering the Warrington defence as he comes through. Gregory quickly round there to play the ball. There's a long pass out from Taylor onto Colin Hawkyard. He sees the gap. John Henderson puts it on to Morrison, puts his shoulder in. And fierce tackling from both sides. Clausen still manages to get the pass out of the tackle. Bardsley feels the full strength. Broach his shoulder. Ball goes loose, but it's Oldham back in possession with Paul Taylor. 6 more tackles. As the ball goes back to Chris O'Sullivan, I'm not quite sure he saw the referee, so 6 tackles lost for Oldham. Lyon brings it away, out of 2 tackles. And Lyon gets the facial from Casey. Now Warrington bring it out along the line. Ronnie Duane, tackle just short of halfway. And Casey again. The loose arm in the tackle, I suppose that's a polite way of putting it. So Lyon puts the kick to touch. Chance to settle things down and take Warrington back on the attack in the Oldham quarter. John Woods coming up to first receiver. Said leaves it. Woods to Roach. It looped forward, but referee allows play on. Davidson running centre field. Turner looking for runners. Duane has to go it himself. Now Des Drummond going to acting half-back. Turner again, misses out Roach to Woods, standing centre field, looking for the gap. Taken by Ruane. Tamati goes off from acting half-back inside to Turner. Slips one challenge, he's got Mike Gregory in support. Just unable to unload the ball as Gregory went through. He's just 10 yards from the Oldham line. Phil Blake running cross-field, pass out to Drummond. Des Drummond couldn't hold the pass as that rolls into touch. No chance lost for Warrington. feeds the scrum. This time Warrington get the free kick. They like to run the ball. It looked like Tamati was about to tap. Meanwhile, Woods takes the tap to Tamati. Looking for the set piece. Onto Dwayne. And Dwayne's final pass. Out to Thornley, round his bootlaces. The lad couldn't hold. The ball is kicked out of play on the full. To restart with an Oldham tap from the 25. Clawson stands in the challenge, makes good ground. Now Kevin Meadows getting his first touch of the afternoon. Tries to come inside, finds no room though. Dwayne comes in for the challenge. Taylor to O'Sullivan. Sullivan tries to come round the middle. Sullivan plays the ball to himself. He's looking round for runners. Unceremoniously dumped to the ground by Les Davidson. Ball back to Ruane for the kick. Drummond's chasing it back. Is the ball going to roll? It does. So from Ruane's kick, the ball rolls into touch, just 10 yards from the Warrington line. Cordon heel for Kevin Tamati. Turner feeds, collects from the back. The Oldham back row break quickly from the scrum. Woods on to Mike Gregory. Tries to come down the centre of the field. Now David Lyon joining the line. Roach coming the blind side, takes it up the pass now. Another good tackle around the bootlaces from Casey. Forster back to Blake. Blake puts the kick deep downfield. Forcing round back. It's like the ball will roll out. And it does. Again, Oldham to restart on the 25. Onto McAllister. Tries to go down the left-hand side, bumps off Drummond. Bumps off Drummond again. McAllister this time decides to come inside as Drummond comes in high. Well, Oldham not seem to know what to do then with that pass. They're all bunched in the centre of the field, using one-man runs. Ruane tries to go from acting half-back, fends off Mike Gregory. Casey at acting half-back to Paul Taylor. He goes without the ball. Palms it onto Chris O'Sullivan. Referee said the ball went back. Now O'Sullivan uses his pace. Got Hawkyard with him, but Hawkyard can't hold the pass. Referee will bring them back for the scrum down. Oldham had the overlap then from the O'Sullivan break. And number 4, Hawkyard, just couldn't hold on to the pass. Turner to feed, just short of halfway. Referee not happy. Sam Turner feeds, good push by the Warrington pack. Onto Phil Blake in space. Blake decides to go it himself. And McAllister comes in to make the tackle from the wing as Drummond had gone inside Blake. No Wires bring it out along the line. Les Davison tries to run it, offloads well to Dwayne, he can't hold it. Picked up by John Henderson. A chance lost for Warrington. Paul Taylor looking round for support. Ruane onto Clawson. Wants to drive it down the centre of the field. Oldham at times making moves so quickly they tend to lose themselves. And the Warrington defence remains as strong as ever. We're 8 points in the lead as Ruane puts the kick into touch. And again the scrum down will pack down on the Warrington 25. Rocky Turner to feed. Seeves from the back to John Woods standing off. And Chris O'Sullivan quickly round the He'll probably be aware of the danger from John Woods, giving him any free space. Now Mike Gregory takes it up. Les Davidson drives in. And Sheraton there trying to rake the ball free. Tamati has to guard himself from acting halfback, runs into trouble. This time Phil Blake goes from acting halfback, just gets the kick in. And the kick goes into touch, this time on the Oldham 25. There's a good tackle from Phil Blake on Colin Hawkyard. Now Oldham bring it out towards the right. The standing still passing at the moment. Casey manages to get the pass out to Ruane for the kick. The kick ricochets into touch off a Warrington player. Paul Taylor to feed the scrum. Just inside Warrington territory. He receives from the back to Chris O'Sullivan, looking around for runners. Finds Paul round. Referee brings them back for the Shepherd. With David Lyon with a line kick. Kicks high and deep. Takes play back inside the Oldham 25. Tamati coming over for the restart. Onto Tony Humphreys. Puts his head down, drives towards the line. Tamati again, back inside to Roach. And Roach taken by the bootlaces by Clawson. Turner misses out Woods onto Duane. Onto Thornley. Mark Forster getting his first run of the afternoon. So has to take it away from acting halfback. Tamati looking for runners. Warrington decide to play it out wide. Mike Gregory's there to pick up the loose pass. Finally the pass goes out to Blake. Blake was in for the try, but referee Holsworth brings them back. For the forward pass, Gregory bitterly complaining that the ball touched an Oldham player, which from up here it did. So advantage should have been played to Warrington. The referee's the one who makes the decisions though. And some from the resultant scrum. Warrington get the free kick. Bit of gamesmanship from Oldham. Not wanting the quick restart. Tamati taps to himself, has to drive it in. Time John Woods goes to acting halfback. Looking for runners to Steve Roach. Quick hands from Roach to Turner. This time referee's seen something else. Another Shepherd. This time from Warrington. Although I must admit, Tony Thornley went through with his arms up. Don't think he took the Oldham player out. Ruane taking his time with the restart. Sherritt's prime for the run. He missed out. The ball goes behind him to Bardsley. Stumped to the ground by Humphreys. With a scrappy play of the ball. As Oldham played out along the line now. Chris O'Sullivan. Paul Taylor looks for the kick. It's his kick away as Humphreys came in. Mark Forster and David Lyon have it covered. Lyon picks up, now onto Forster. He has to come into the centre of the field. Tries to run it through, but he's tackled on the 25 by Taylor. Foley. Woods to Roach, back inside. Roach to Lyon. Lyon looking to unload as Woods went through. Just couldn't get his pass out. Now Tamati comes back in half back onto Phil Blake. Puts the kick in, but that goes out on the full. There'll be a scrum down midway inside the Warrington half of the field. About 22 minutes of this game gone. Warrington still in the lead, 10 points to 2. Paul Taylor to feed the scrum. Ball bounces out, referee allows play on. O'Sullivan switches direction of play. Mike Gregory shadowing him though. And copyboot tackle from Mike Gregory. Sullivan gets up, plays it to himself, but the Oldham forwards are bunched in the centre of the field. Ruane in two minds, he had to run it. That's all the Oldham forwards were stood around. Now again they tried to bring it up in one-man bursts. Ruane to Bardsley, driving his way over the 25, back inside to Round. And Paul Taylor, loose pass. On to Chris O'Sullivan, struggles out of one challenge, looking for support. But again, Oldham's lack of support bringing the downfall. It's a chip through from Morrison. Ball's going loose. John Henderson collects on the Warrington 25. And Tamati kicks through at the play of the ball. Just as the referee has signalled 6 more tackles to Oldham. Paul Taylor feeds. The referee not happy. And heel again from Ruane to Kevin Meadows coming inside. O'Sullivan to Paul Round. He straightens up the attack. Good tackle by David Lyon. The ball's still away to Hawkyard, to John Henderson. And Henderson tackled about 5 yards from the Warrington line. As Meadows goes to acting halfback. Taylor over to O'Sullivan. They have the overlap. McAllister. What McAllister was in, but Drummond just did enough to force McAllister into touch. So again the scrum will pack down. It was 3 yards from the Warrington line. Turner to feed for Warrington. Both front rows having difficulty getting down. Now they go down. Mr. Holsworth just checking the tunnel. He wants both the packs up again. Turner feeds, it's a heel against the head. Now McAllister coming inside. Tries to run through Woods. Lyons there in support. McAllister tackle just a foot short from the line. Paul Round going to acting halfback, goes deep, tries to get the ball down. The Wise defence holds strong. Oldham will have to spring it out wide. It's a loose pass. Held by Sherritt, it's hacked on by Thornley. Mark Forster's there, Kevin Meadows is chasing him. It's a kick through, Mark Forster will win the battle. Forster just playing football with it. Forster taken out of play though by Kevin Meadows. And referee gives a penalty try to Warrington. That takes the score on to 14 points to 2. A try coming from, well, really the Oldham pressure. Looked as if Oldham had the overlap on this near side. Final pass out to Sherritt, he couldn't hold it, it was hacked on by Tony Thornley. And it was a chase from there with Mark Forster, probably the fastest man on the field this afternoon. He chased through, he was shefted by Kevin Meadows. Meadows finally made the tackle as the ball ran out of Wise defence hold. Over the dead ball line, but referee Holsworth keeping up with play, awarding Warrington the penalty try. And the resultant goal from John Woods takes the score on to Warrington 16. Oldham 2, just 32 minutes of this game gone. All taken well by Lyon, coming behind Drummond. He has the ball reefed away from him in the tackle. And Barnsley just unable to hold on as the pass rolled into touch. So Turner coming round to feed the scrum on the Warrington 25. Kevin Tamati having some difficulty getting in. Now he's down. Turner feeds. Onto Woods. On to Phil Blake. Blake tries to come inside. It's a pass inside to Lyon. He's flung to the ground by his opposite number Round. John Woods at acting halfback. Turner. Onto Duane. To Humphreys. Got Des Drummond with him. Drummond tries to go around the outside. of Hawkyard, but Hawkyard just did enough, but Warrington still in possession, keeping the ball flowing. Loose pass picked up by Phil Blake, puts the chip through. Blatant trip from Paul Round, but Blake's going to go. And Blake, with a flying dive, just misses the ball by inches as it rolls over the dead ball line. But I'm sure referee Holsworth should have some words with Paul Round. Blatantly went in for the chip. The trip after Blake had hacked the ball on. So another let off for Oldham. Taylor on to Hawkyard. Meanwhile in back play, Ronnie Duane just receiving some attention. He's fit to join the line as Oldham tried to bring it away through Casey. Kevin Tamati in there trying to reef the ball, like a ferret down a rabbit hole. Now Oldham played along the line. Sullivan has to go back inside, runs out to the left, out of 3 challenges. And to Casey, to Sherratt. He's tackled just 5 yards from the halfway line. Paul Taylor again looking round for runners. Flicks the ball back inside to Bardsley. 6 tackles coming up. Ball to Paul Taylor for the kick. Quick snap kick. Goes behind Des Drummond. Rolls into touch just inside the Warrington quarter. So Rocky Turner to feed the scrum. Again another heel against the head. Round joining the line to McAllister, who's come inside. Quick snap pass out to Henderson. He couldn't hold it. Picked up by Kevin Meadows. We thought we were going to see another runaway try for Warrington as the Oldham's last pass went to ground. Now McAllister back inside to Paul Round. Almost had the ball out of his possession, but he still manages to unload in the tackle to Morrison. He's 10 yards from the Warrington line. Warrington up quickly. Sherratt to Taylor. It's Chris O'Sullivan who has to pick up. McAllister's come inside as O'Sullivan was on his own. McAllister from acting half-back decides to go round the narrow side. Drummond stands him up in the tackle. O'Sullivan, ball out to Paul Taylor. Doesn't make much ground as the last tackle comes up for Oldham. Chris O'Sullivan puts up the big one. Rounds underneath it, the ball just whipped away by Tony Thornley as John Henderson attempted to make the touchdown. It'll be Phil Blake again to restart with a drop out from under the post. Puts the grubber kick in, comes down centre field. Paul Round calls for it, he winds up. Has to run straight at Mike Gregory. The good tackle from Mike Gregory, the Warrington captain. We're away in a 19 half-back to Casey. Clawson takes play over the 25, but has the ball stolen by Duane. Forster to Woods, to Mike Gregory as Warrington played across the field. Kevin Tamati, Les Davidson tries to run it again, slips one challenge. O'Sullivan comes in over the top. Kevin Tamati to Des Drummond. Drummond finding no way through this big Maori wingman McAllister. John Woods comes up the centre of the field. Just unable to get the pass out. As Tony Thornley came through, albeit the pass was a little low. And John Woods is down on the ground, he's not got up from that tackle. Warrington physio on the field quickly. Looks like Woods could have twisted his back. as he went down in that challenge. Meanwhile, referee allows play on. And Bardsley rowing through, he can't hold the ball. Mike Gregory picks up. Got Des Drummond in support, he's waiting for him. Just unable to get the pass out as Drummond went on the outside. Les Davidson, standing centre field, has to stand up. Takes a three-man Oldham tackle and still stands there. Turner onto Steve Roach, looking to get the pass out to Thornley. John Woods fully restored, fit to join the fray again. As Kevin Tamati goes for a jaunt from acting halfback. It's time Phil Blake, acting halfback to Turner at first receiver, puts the chip through. Woods is there. Taylor couldn't hold it. Woods taken out in a high challenge, but referee on the spot allows play on. So for the second time in as many minutes, John Woods receiving treatment from the Warrington physio. Now again Oldham using the forwards to break through. Bardsley. The ball goes loose, and there goes the hooter for half time. Both teams leave the field to resounding boos. But Warrington, I think, will be quite happy from the work done in the first half. They're in the lead by 16 points to 2. Substitution, number 14, Billy McGinty, taking the field. Not quite sure who is replaced as yet. No substitutions at half-time though for Oldham. So David McGinty, Billy McGinty's replaced the Wires number 1, David Lyon, for the second half. It's allowing Rocky Turner to go to full back. I think Phil Blake probably go to scrum half. McGinty making up the 3 quarters. As Oldham try to bring it away with Sherratt. And pass on to Clawson. Oldham again losing these one-man runs, getting them nowhere as the Warriors defence quickly on top of them. They played out along the line. Chris O'Sullivan onto Henderson. The good tackle though by Thornley. Henderson manages to regain his feet, gain a couple more grounds. The 6 tackles coming up. O'Sullivan tried the kick straight into the hands of Mark Forster. He's weaving, he's dodging, tried to break through. Things played back inside the Oldham half of the field as Warrington now bring it along the line. Davison to McGinty. He holds on, he gets up. Now Les Davison takes it up. Tamati going to acting halfback. Roach went through as Tamati couldn't get the ball away. The ball finally goes to ground. It's picked up by Paul Taylor for Oldham. And Tony Humphries in quickly. Forcing Taylor back. And Morrison tries to bring it away. Now Bardsley, it's his shoulder in. And McGinty comes over the top, helping Gregory out in the tackle. And get a scrappy play the ball, but referee allows play on. McAllister back inside to Tom Nadiola. So Oldham did make a substitution at half-time. We didn't see Nadiola as he was down here under the commentary box. Looks like he's replaced. Number 4, Colin Hawkyard. As the kick comes in, it's taken by Warrington. Duane. Kevin Tamati acting halfback. To Blake, long pass out, beautifully precision pass to John Woods. Now on to Tony Thornley. Just had his ankles tapped by Sherratt. Now Roach takes up the run, puts one out the back door. Woods was there. Blake slips one challenge, slips another, tries to chip over the top around. Ball just goes behind him. Unlucky for Phil Blake. Just caught out by the look of the bounce. And the let off for Oldham. And McAllister to restart with a dropout from under his own post. Kick goes high. McGinty has it covered. He can't hold it, but the referee said it went back. Takes to the second attempt. He winds up. Wild pass from Tamati, picked up in centre field though by Roach. On to John Woods in space. Taylor's coming across to cover him. Is Woods going to go all the way? He sidesteps round, Paul round. John Woods goes in for the try. So 3 minutes into this second half, John Woods increases Warrington's lead to 20 points to 2. Received the ball outside the 25. Sent Paul round the wrong way and went in just 5 yards from the post. So Woods pops over the conversion attempt, takes Warrington into a 22 points to 2 lead. Referee just holding up players. The Oldham hooker, Ruane, receives some attention. He's now fit to rejoin the fray. It's McAllister, no restart. The kick goes deep, taken by Mike Gregory in his own in goal. Driving up towards the 25. Tamati takes it himself from acting half-back, shows the ball. Mark Forster coming inside looking for work, takes it away from acting half-back, makes about 10 yards. Ball back to Phil Blake for the kick. Kick out deep to the left, forcing Meadows back. I think the ball will just beat him, though it does. Precision kicking this afternoon from Phil Blake. And Paul Taylor to feed inside the Oldham quarter. Ball didn't look like it went in the scrum, but Oldham win it all the same as Sullivan brings it away. Taken well though by Turner. Sullivan tries to play the ball to himself. Turner's hanging on his back. Again the Oldham forwards bunched. Casey, he tries his luck. And again Turner in the defence. Bardsley slips one challenge, but he's tackled short of halfway. Taylor on to Henderson, tries to go around Tamati. Ball out to Meadows, he comes back inside. 6 tackles coming up for Oldham. And back to Ruane, puts up the big one. Follows it through, Turner's coming up for it. He can't hold it, the ball's knocked forward. Referee plays the advantage, 6 more tackles to Oldham. Morrison has to go it himself. He's jumped to the ground by Mike Gregory inside the Warrington quarter. And Sherratt struggles out of 2 challenges. Final pass though to Ruane, can't be held, and it's Tony Humphries who'll come away with it for Warrington. Blake to Davidson, playing out wide, tries to stand in the tackle. Tamati going himself from acting half-back. All inside to Mark Forster. Tamati's taken over the sidelines. Warrington keep play going with Thornley. He's tackled just inside the Oldham half of the field. Blake to Woods, standing centre field looking for runners. Mike Gregory comes onto it. That's the return back to John Woods. He has to come inside to Phil Blake. He's got the full back to beat. He puts the chip over. Surely Phil Blake will be in for a try. He is. Well, he's tried the ploy all afternoon. That's Phil Blake. He's been desperately unlucky. First with the ball rolling out the play, second with a bounce, but third time lucky for Phil Blake. He gathers his own kick and goes in under the post, unopposed, and take the Warrington score on to 26 points to 2. With 8 minutes of this second half gone. Woods tacks on the extras, takes the score on to 20 points to Oldham. Looks like an Oldham's. Warrington are going to have to get it together in these final 8 minutes. Taylor kicks the kick, running across field to Paul Round. Round straightens up. Casey had a strong game for Oldham, particularly in this second half, scoring 2 tries. Ruane, inside pass to Bardsley. And Furbank puts his shoulder down. No Oldham played out along the line. Warrington's up there quickly. Woods tries to snaffle O'Sullivan. And finally it's Turner who takes him to ground. It's the 6th tackle. Ruane puts up the high kick. Drummond has it covered. Now what can Des do? He's pulled many games out of the fire for Warrington. This time he finds his way blocked by Casey. Duane. Playing in the 3 quarters in this second half. Now Turner onto Billy McGinty, standing centre field, bounces off Morrison's shoulder. As I said earlier, Warrington are going to have to get themselves together. I think Oldham the hungry of the two. Davidson almost bust the Oldham line. Plays the ball to himself, looking around for support, finds Steve Roach. Roach plays the ball to himself, he's looking for support. Tamati to Woods. Woods looks for the kick, puts up the big one. Taylor's underneath it, he can't hold it. Bounces off for Mike Gregory to Thornley. Back to John Woods. Long ball out to Des Drummond. McAllister has him covered. Drummond goes round him, finds Blake on the inside. And Phil Blake goes in for the try for Warrington. Could that be the nail in Oldham's coffin? Referee calling out Paul Taylor. A lot of complaints. The try came really from the speculative John Woods high ball. Kick bounced off Mike Gregory's chest. Referee allowed play on. Ball was quickly swung out to the right. Out to Drummond, he looked like he could have made it on his own as he swung out of one challenge. Found Blake on his outside, Phil Blake went in for the try. And John Woods misses the conversion attempt, so the score remains Warrington 32, Oldham 24, and about 7 minutes of this game left. And the try will probably ease Warrington's nerves. But again, Oldham have it all to do. As the final hooter goes here at Wilderspool. Thoroughly entertaining game, a game really of 2 halves. Warrington looked to have it sewed up in the first half, but came back on at the start.